Different types of rocks weather at different rates, and this is known as differential weathering. How does this apply to the Valley and Ridge Province? Well, what happens here in the state of Virginia is shale, of course, breaks down very easily. And here where we have a lot of rain in the East Coast, limestone will as well as it rains into the soil. So it's not even necessarily acid rain, but when the rain hits the ground and goes through the top horizons where there's a lot of organic material and carbon in there, from the broken down leaves, it becomes a very mild acid called carbonic acid, and it will attack that limestone and form karst topography and dissolve it and break it down. So what we find is in the valleys, like in Shenandoah Valley out here, this is where all your limestone and shale would be here in Virginia, rocks that very easily break down. Whereas at the tops of these mountains, this is a more rugged rock called sandstone that doesn't as easily weather down here in the state of Virginia. And that's what forms our mountain tops and our valleys, is just the differences in the rock type that are exposed in those areas. Usually these will have a limestone cap, and there could be some shales and I'm sorry, I said limestone, sandstone cap, and there could be some shales and limestone up here in the mountains, but usually the cap is going to be sandstone. It protects the rocks just underneath of it from breaking down as easily. It's like having an umbrella on the top overlying the softer material that you found in there. So let's see, humid conditions lead to rapid weathering of shale and sand. Well, no, sandstone's not going to get broken down very easily. See, humid conditions lead to rapid weathering of shale and limestone, all right, which forms the valleys. That sounds good. And then more resilient sandstone caps the mountains. That's what we're looking for there. Sandstone's a very hard rock, very rugged, doesn't get broke down very easily. Whereas the shale, you've seen that in my classroom, the shale just easily crumbles apart. Even a little bit of wind will break that down, but the limestone will as well. It dissolves down as the water becomes a little bit more acidic when it passes through those top soil layers.